When you value yourself, you set the foundation for how others will treat you. Self-respect is the cornerstone of any healthy relationship, whether personal or professional. It's about knowing your worth and refusing to accept anything less than what you deserve. It's not about arrogance, but about understanding that you are valuable, and your time, energy, and emotions should be treated with the utmost care. The way you see yourself directly influences the way others see you. If you constantly downplay your talents, minimize your accomplishments, or settle for disrespect, you send a message to those around you that it's okay to treat you that way. But when you recognize your worth, you begin to demand more from the people in your life. You set standards for how you want to be treated, and you make it clear when someone crosses those lines. This isn't about being demanding, it's about being clear and firm in your expectations. People will often rise to the occasion when they understand that you won't settle for anything less than respect and kindness. Self-worth also means understanding your own value outside of how others see you. It's not about seeking validation from others, but rather recognizing that you are complete and enough just as you are. When you acknowledge this internally, you stop relying on external affirmation and become more comfortable in your own skin. This shift in mindset is empowering. It's when you stop searching for approval from others and start approving of yourself that you truly begin to radiate confidence. This in turn invites others to treat you with the respect and admiration you deserve. When you begin to prioritize your own needs, you also stop compromising on things that don't align with your values or goals. You know when to say no, and you say it without guilt. Whether it's saying no to an uncomfortable situation, a disrespectful comment, or even a person who isn't treating you the way you deserve, you draw a line and stand by it. This helps establish clear boundaries and sends the message that you are someone who is worthy of respect, not just when it's convenient, but all the time. Boundaries are not about shutting others out. They're about ensuring that the relationships you engage in are healthy, balanced, and mutually respectful. The more you value yourself, the more others will take notice. When men see that you are strong in your self-worth, they will start to treat you with the care and dignity you deserve. They will recognize that you're not someone to be taken for granted or mistreated. Instead, they will see you as someone who commands respect, and that respect will naturally follow. Just as you set the bar for yourself, you create the standard for how others treat you. And remember, the more you elevate your self-worth, the more you'll inspire others to rise to the occasion. So when you start treating yourself like royalty, you create a space for others to do the same. Your self-respect is contagious. It radiates outward and encourages others to step up and treat you with the respect, admiration, and love that you are worthy of. Recognizing your value isn't just about improving your own life. It sets a powerful example for those around you. Confidence is one of the most attractive qualities a person can possess. And it's not just about physical appearance or the way you present yourself. True confidence comes from within. It's about being comfortable in your own skin, embracing your flaws, and trusting in your abilities. When you radiate this inner confidence, it draws people to you, creating respect and admiration. Confidence isn't something you are born with. It's a mindset you can cultivate through practice and self-reflection. The first step to building confidence is recognizing that you are worthy of success and happiness. So often, people, especially women, can fall into the trap of self-doubt. We question our worth, hold ourselves back from pursuing our goals, or apologize for taking up space in a room. But true confidence starts with acknowledging that you are enough. You don't need anyone's permission to be great. You already have what it takes. When you believe in yourself, it becomes easier to take risks, challenge yourself, and step outside of your comfort zone. Confidence isn't about thinking you're better than anyone else. It's about recognizing your own unique strengths and talents. It's the understanding that your worth is not defined by comparisons with others, but by your own abilities and character. When you truly believe in what you bring to the table, it shifts the energy you project. Instead of seeking validation from others, you become secure in who you are. This inner security naturally attracts the right people because confidence is magnetic. When others see that you trust yourself, they begin to trust you too. They will respect you for your certainty, and that respect will often translate into treating you with the reverence you deserve. A key aspect of confidence is owning your individuality. Embrace what makes you different. We all have quirks, traits, and experiences that shape who we are, and those are the things that make us special. When you own these aspects of yourself, you begin to stop apologizing for them. You start showing up as your true, authentic self, and that's when others start noticing. They see the confidence that comes from being unapologetically you, and that's what makes you stand out. This is why confidence is so attractive. It's not about fitting a mold or trying to be what others want you to be. It's about being genuine, and that authenticity draws people in. Confidence also plays a major role in how you communicate. When you speak with conviction and clarity, people pay attention. Confidence in your voice, posture, and body language communicates authority and self-assurance. It's not about being overbearing or dominating a conversation, but rather about being clear and direct and expressing your thoughts and opinions. This clarity allows you to command respect, and when you can communicate confidently, you open the door to deeper, more meaningful connections. It's also important to note that confidence does not mean you have to have all the answers or never experience moments of insecurity. Confidence is about embracing uncertainty and facing challenges head-on. It's the belief that no matter the obstacles, you have the resilience to handle whatever comes your way. Confidence is developed over time through experiences, both good and bad. Each time you overcome a challenge, whether it's personal, professional, or relational, your confidence grows. You begin to trust yourself more, knowing that you can handle whatever life throws at you. The way you carry yourself also plays a role in how others perceive your confidence. When you walk into a room with your head held high, shoulders back, and a genuine smile on your face, people take notice. Confidence is visible, and it speaks louder than words. It's about being comfortable in your own body and in your presence. This doesn't mean you need to be perfect or have it all together. It simply means being comfortable with who you are in that moment. And that's what attracts people to you, confidence in being you. True confidence has a ripple effect. When you are confident, you not only inspire respect in others, but you also empower them to embrace their own confidence. Confidence breeds confidence, and it encourages others to rise to their own potential. When you treat yourself with respect and trust in your abilities, others will follow your example. By embracing and nurturing your confidence, you not only begin to attract the kind of treatment you deserve, but you also open up the possibility for deeper, more fulfilling relationships. Confidence will lead others to see you as a queen, deserving of nothing less than respect, admiration, and love. Setting clear boundaries is one of the most powerful ways to ensure that you are treated with the respect and consideration you deserve. Boundaries are not about pushing people away or building walls. They are about creating healthy guidelines that protect your well-being, values, and personal space. When you establish boundaries, you communicate to others what is acceptable and what is not, setting the tone for how you wish to be treated. The first step in setting boundaries is understanding your own needs and values. You must be clear on what matters to you, what makes you feel safe, respected, and valued. This requires self-awareness, the ability to recognize your emotions, and a deep understanding of your limits. If you don't know what you need, it's difficult to communicate that to others. But when you know what you stand for and what you can tolerate, it becomes easier to set boundaries that reflect those needs. A boundary is not just about saying no. It's about saying yes to what aligns with your values and no to what doesn't. For example, if you value your personal time, you might set boundaries around work hours or social obligations. You might decide that after a certain hour, you won't respond to work emails or take phone calls. Or perhaps you value honesty and directness in relationships, so you set a boundary around accepting only truthful and respectful communication. By setting these kinds of boundaries, you actively choose to protect your time, energy, and emotions from being drained or disrespected. At first, setting boundaries may feel uncomfortable, especially if you're not used to asserting your needs. Many people struggle with saying no because they fear rejection or disappointing others. But it's important to remember that setting boundaries isn't about being selfish or unkind. It's about self-respect. When you allow others to cross your boundaries without consequence, you're signaling that your needs are not important, which can lead to resentment and frustration. But when you stand firm in your boundaries, you show others that you value yourself and are willing to protect your time, energy, and emotions. It's also important to remember that boundaries are not a one-time conversation. They are ongoing and may need to be adjusted as situations change. Sometimes people may test your boundaries or try to push past them. It's in these moments that your confidence in asserting your needs becomes crucial. You may need to have difficult conversations where you remind people of your boundaries and reinforce them. This is not about being confrontational, It's about being clear and consistent. You have the right to enforce your boundaries, and others will respect you more for doing so. Another key element of setting boundaries is understanding that you can't control other people's reactions. Some people may not be pleased with your boundaries, especially if they are used to having access to you without limits. But it's important to understand that other people's discomfort is not your responsibility. You cannot control how others feel, but you can control how you allow them to treat you. When you are firm in your boundaries, even if it leads to some discomfort for others, you are teaching them how to treat you with the respect you deserve. It's also crucial to recognize that boundaries help to create healthier and more fulfilling relationships. When both parties understand each other's needs and limits, there's more room for mutual respect and trust. In relationships, whether romantic or platonic, it's easy to fall into patterns where one person's needs are ignored or sacrificed for the other. But when boundaries are established, both people are more likely to feel valued and heard. It's about creating a space where both individuals can thrive, knowing that their time, energy, and emotions are being respected. The beauty of setting boundaries is that it doesn't just improve how others treat you, it also improves your relationship with yourself. It helps you honor your own needs and gives you permission to prioritize your own well-being. When you don't set boundaries, you risk burnout, resentment, and emotional exhaustion. But when you set and maintain clear boundaries, you protect your energy and ensure that you can continue to show up as your best self in all aspects of life. So, by setting clear and healthy boundaries, you not only foster respect from others, but also cultivate self-love and self-care. You are telling the world that you are worth treating with dignity and that your needs matter. This is how you begin to create the environment where others treat you like the queen you truly are. Mastering communication and emotional intelligence is an essential part of establishing strong relationships and ensuring that you are treated with the respect and admiration you deserve. Communication goes far beyond just words. It's about expressing your thoughts, needs, and emotions clearly, while also listening to and understanding those of others. Emotional intelligence, on the other hand, is about being aware of your own emotions, managing them effectively, and empathizing with others' feelings. Together, these two skills can transform your interactions and create an environment where respect and understanding flourish. Effective communication begins with being clear and direct in what you say. Too often, people hesitate to speak their truth because they fear confrontation or rejection. But when you withhold your true feelings or desires, it can lead to misunderstandings and unmet needs. Clear communication is not about being harsh or blunt. It's about being assertive and honest while remaining respectful. For example, if something is bothering you, instead of bottling it up, you express it calmly and without blame. You focus on how the situation affects you and what you need, rather than criticizing the other person. This kind of communication fosters trust and shows that you value both your own feelings and the relationship. In addition to being clear, communication also requires active listening. Listening isn't just about hearing the words someone else is saying, it's about paying attention to their tone, body language, and emotions. Active listening helps you understand not only the content of the conversation, but also the underlying emotions and intentions. When you listen carefully, it allows you to respond thoughtfully, showing the other person that you value their perspective. This two-way communication creates an open and respectful exchange, where both parties feel heard and understood. Another key component of effective communication is body language. Your nonverbal cues can often speak louder than your maintaining eye contact, standing or sitting with an open posture, and using facial expressions that align with your words all convey confidence and authenticity. When your body language matches what you're saying, it reinforces your message and helps others trust that you mean what you say. On the flip side, inconsistent body language, like avoiding eye contact or crossing your arms, can signal discomfort or dishonesty, even if your words are sincere. By being mindful of your body language, you ensure that your communication is clear and congruent. Emotional intelligence enhances your ability to navigate both your own emotions and the emotions of others. It begins with self-awareness, being in tune with your own feelings and understanding how they influence your thoughts and actions. When you are self-aware, you can manage your emotions in a healthy way. preventing them from dictating your behavior. For example, if you're feeling frustrated or upset, emotional intelligence allows you to pause, reflect, and respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. This ability to manage your emotions gives you control in situations where others might act out of anger or stress. In addition to self-awareness, emotional intelligence involves empathy, being able to recognize and understand the emotions of others. When you are empathetic, you are able to respond to others' feelings with compassion and understanding. This doesn't mean that you have to agree with someone's perspective, but it means you acknowledge their emotions and offer support where needed. Empathy fosters deeper connections and creates an environment where people feel safe expressing themselves without fear of judgment. In relationships, both personal and professional, showing empathy creates a sense of trust and respect because others know that you value their emotions and perspectives. Another crucial element of emotional intelligence is emotional regulation. This is the ability to remain calm and composed, even in stressful or challenging situations. Emotional regulation allows you to respond to conflict with clarity and control instead of getting swept up in negative emotions. When you are able to stay composed, you model emotional maturity, and this encourages others to do the same. This calm demeanor helps prevent situations from escalating and fosters a peaceful, respectful environment where people feel safe to communicate openly. Being emotionally intelligent also means being open to feedback and willing to learn. When someone offers constructive criticism instead of reacting defensively, an emotionally intelligent person listens with an open mind and reflects on the feedback. This approach shows maturity and a willingness to grow, and it fosters mutual respect. When you approach feedback with humility and a desire to improve, you set the stage for deeper and more meaningful connections. Ultimately, communication and emotional intelligence go hand in hand in creating relationships that are built on respect and understanding. When you communicate effectively and approach others with empathy and emotional awareness, you create an environment where both you and those around you feel valued. These skills will help you navigate difficult conversations, set boundaries with grace, and connect with others in a way that fosters mutual respect. By mastering these tools, you ensure that the people in your life will treat you with the honor and admiration you deserve. To truly be treated like a queen, it's essential not only to expect respect, but to actively embody the qualities you desire in others. It's easy to hope that others will treat us kindly, with admiration, and with care, but the most effective way to invite that treatment into your life is to lead by example. You must demonstrate the behavior you seek by showing up as the best version of yourself. When you act with integrity, kindness, and self-respect, you naturally create an environment that encourages others to treat you the same way. The first step in becoming the queen you seek to be treated as is to maintain your self-respect. This is the foundation of everything else. If you want others to respect you, you must first respect yourself, your time, and your needs. This means avoiding situations where you feel disrespected or undervalued. It means turning down opportunities that don't align with your values or goals, and walking away from relationships that don't contribute positively to your life. When you consistently honor yourself, you set the standard for how others will treat you. People will recognize that you respect yourself, and that respect will be mirrored back to you. Kindness is another vital trait that reflects the essence of royalty. Being kind doesn't mean being a doormat. It means acting with compassion and understanding even when it's not easy. Kindness radiates outwards and encourages others to treat you with the same warmth and consideration. When you show empathy and care for others, people naturally want to reciprocate that energy. However, kindness must also come with discernment. It's important to know when to be kind and when to stand firm. You should always treat people with dignity, but you must also recognize when you need to set boundaries or assert your needs. That balance between compassion and strength is what gives you true power. Integrity is at the core of what it means to act like a queen. Integrity means doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. It's about being honest with yourself and others, maintaining strong moral principles, and following through on your commitments. People respect those who are consistent in their actions and who hold themselves accountable. When you live in alignment with your values, it not only builds trust, but also sets a powerful example for others. Integrity creates a solid foundation of respect, and when you walk through life with it, others cannot help but honor you. Another essential aspect of embodying the qualities of royalty is carrying yourself with confidence. As mentioned before, confidence is magnetic, and when you are sure of who you are and what you bring to the table, others are drawn to you. Confidence comes from within, and it's not about boasting or acting superior. It's about knowing your worth and being secure in your identity. When you trust yourself, you create an aura of assurance that others can't help but respect. You move through life with purpose, and people are naturally inclined to treat you with the same respect and admiration that you show yourself. Consistency is key when you're embodying these qualities. It's not enough to act with integrity, kindness, and confidence only when it's convenient. To truly be treated like a queen, you must embody these qualities every single day. This is not about perfection, but about consistency in your values and actions. The more you consistently show up as someone who is grounded in self-respect, kind, and full of integrity, the more people will take notice. They will recognize your strength and the way you carry yourself, and that respect will manifest in how they treat you. Lastly, self-love plays a central role in this process. When you love yourself, you are less likely to tolerate mistreatment or to allow others to treat you in a way that doesn't reflect your worth. Self-love is not about being conceited or selfish, but about honoring who you are and prioritizing your well-being. The more you practice self-love, the less likely you are to settle for anything less than the best from others. This kind of self-assurance creates a boundary of protection around your heart and mind, ensuring that only people who truly respect and value you will have access to your inner world. By embodying these qualities, self-respect, kindness, integrity, confidence, consistency, and self-love, you naturally invite the treatment you deserve. You don't need to demand respect or ask for admiration. Instead, you simply become someone who is worthy of it. When you live your life with these traits, people are drawn to you, and they instinctively recognize that you are someone to be treated like royalty. The way you handle your own needs, wants, and desires plays a significant role in how others treat you. When you are clear about what you want and unafraid to pursue it, you teach those around you how to treat you. By asserting your needs confidently and unapologetically, you create an environment where others recognize your worth, and it's about recognizing that your desires matter and you have the right to fulfill them, whether they are personal, emotional, or professional. First and foremost, it's essential to understand that acknowledging your own needs isn't selfish. It's not about disregarding others or putting yourself above them, but about striking a healthy balance between caring for yourself and others. The key is to recognize that your needs, emotions, and desires are just as important as anyone else's, and by prioritizing them, you ensure that you don't lose yourself in relationships or circumstances. When you are clear about your needs, you avoid confusion and frustration. People around you are often waiting for cues on how to interact with you, and if you are wishy-washy or unclear about your desires, they may either overlook them or take advantage of your lack of direction. This could lead to you feeling unappreciated or taken for granted. On the other hand, when you communicate your needs openly and confidently, you set a clear standard. Whether it's in a romantic relationship, friendship, or professional setting, people will have a better understanding of what you expect, and they will learn to respect those boundaries. Setting clear expectations is also about being proactive in taking care of your own emotional health. This means recognizing when you need rest, space, or even a moment of solitude and making sure to honor that need. It also means not waiting for others to recognize your stress or discomfort, but acknowledging it yourself and taking the steps to address it. For example, if you need time to recharge, make sure to take it, even if others might need your time or attention. When you do this, you send a clear message that you are your own priority, and you make it easier for others to respect your space and boundaries. It's also about being unapologetic and pursuing your own goals. When you know what you want, whether it's in your career, your personal life, or your creative endeavors, you move forward with purpose and conviction. You don't wait for others' approval or validation to follow your dreams. The more you stand firm in your own vision, the more others will admire your determination and strength. People respect those who go after what they want with confidence and without hesitation. By showing that you can set goals and pursue them relentlessly, you create an environment where your ambitions are not only accepted, but supported. At the same time, pursuing your needs doesn't mean neglecting the needs of others. It's about creating a harmonious balance where both your desires and the desires of others are recognized and valued. When you are able to articulate what you need while also being attuned to the needs of others, you build relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. This dynamic makes it easier for both parties to feel supported and validated, leading to healthier and more balanced connections. One of the key aspects of honoring your own needs is also learning to say no when necessary. Often women in particular find it difficult to say no because they don't want to disappoint or upset others. But saying no is a powerful act of self-respect. When you say no to things that don't align with your values or goals, you're choosing to say yes to yourself. Saying no is not about rejecting others, but about protecting your own time and energy. It sends the message that your needs matter and that you will not allow yourself to be stretched too thin or to give up your own well-being for the sake of pleasing others. Another crucial part of honoring your needs is being able to recognize when a situation is no longer serving you. This could mean letting go of relationships that drain you, careers that don't fulfill you, or habits that undermine your health. When you allow yourself to move away from things that aren't aligned with your highest good, you create space for something better. By prioritizing your well-being in this way, you model strength and self-worth, showing others that you value yourself enough to choose what's best for you. Ultimately, by honoring your own needs, you build a life that is aligned with your values, desires, and boundaries. This act of self-empowerment is what sets the stage for others to treat you with the respect, care, and admiration that you deserve. When you show that you are worthy of fulfillment and that your needs matter, others will follow your lead and recognize your worth.